I once sold feet pics to a guy for crack.
Really?
Yeah, but no, like he videotaped me like in person doing it, and then he didn't even give me that much. That was the worst part. He gave me pebbles, not even real rocks. Then he had me like lie on my stomach.
Yeah.
And then he jumped on the back of me and like grabbed me by the ankles and I was sucking my toes.
Oh, God!
Welcome to the
People of fucking Boston, shout out people of Boston. Park the car in Harvard Yard. I'll tell you what, the people who do this podcast, whoever's listening, good shit. They're good shit. We're here with the people of Boston. They're beauties. We're chilling.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the People of Boston podcast. This is Matt. Joe is not here for people that listen to the podcast and know who we are and what we do. Joe isn't going to be in this episode. He's on vacation, but we do have a new episode for you guys, and we also know we haven't been out with a new episode in quite some time, but we're getting back on the weekly Monday track where we're going to have new episodes, street interviews in Boston, talking to people, asking them random questions, and kind of getting to know them getting to know the passerbys of Boston, right? That's what we like to do. And we're also going to be changing up the format a little bit, and we're going to see what hopefully you guys like it, but what we want to do with the format is instead of doing kind of quick segments of what people responded to the questions, we want to do kind of longer interview styles where you get to hear more or get to know and learn more about the person or people that we're talking to. So you're going to hear one person at a time, and you're just going to hear our conversation. And I think there's so much within certain conversations that gets skipped because it doesn't kind of fit into our question mold that is really interesting or funny, and that's what we want to make sure you guys hear as well. So we're going to be leaving all that in. You're just going to be with the same person for 5 to 10 minutes and hearing, who they are, why they're in Boston, what they're doing. And we think that's going to be better for you guys. We hope it is. And without further ado, we'll get into this episode, which is about a couple different things. We filmed this episode in the Boston Commons, Boston Garden, whatever you want to call it. The questions we were asking people in this week's episode were about Andrew Tate, who, if you don't know him, he's a TikTok internet star who recently has just kind of risen to the top of the algorithm, I guess you could say, and he's known for saying a lot of controversial, clickbaity type things, which has led to him being kicked off Facebook and Instagram. But he says a lot of things that a lot of people find ridiculous, a lot of people maybe agree with, and that's like why he's a controversial person right now, and that's why I figured we'd ask people what they think about him. We also asked them their craziest experience on the T or public transportation to see if anyone had any interesting stories there. And our last question we asked people was, what will people in 100 years look back on America today and basically say, I can't believe they did that, or that was ridiculous, and basically try to gauge what people think is going to be our, thing that is looked back upon as unbelievable that it occurred, right? Or just ridiculous. In a bad sense is what I was getting at with the question. So I gave an example looking back in time for us now. We look at segregation from the 1860s to 1960s, and we think, I can't believe that happened in this country with different water fountains and different bathrooms and whatnot. So it's similar to that, where you look back and you think that's unbelievable that even happened. And that's what I'm trying to gauge what people think our segregation, I guess, is today. So without further ado, we're going to get into these the full-length interviews with the people we talked to. I thought everyone was great. They were really funny. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you guys next week. What's your name?
Adam Melvin.
Adam Melvin?
Yeah.
And where are you from? You're from the area?
I'm from Massachusetts.
Okay.
All around. I live in Austin right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Austin's, it's a good area.
Yeah,
you like it?
Yeah, it's good. It's alright.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What are you doing today besides walking around Boston Commons?
I just played basketball thing. I'm about to go to a meeting, about to just hang out, help her move.
Nice.
Yeah, just doing stuff.
Are you guys dating? Is that your girlfriend?
Yeah. I guess so.
How long you guys been together?
Only a couple months.
Couple months?
Yeah, so it's fresh and new and just exciting.
Yeah.
So we'll see how long it lasts.
Do you guys think that you're dating? Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
good. Keep her on the toes. You know?
So you're not moving in together?
No,
what I was gonna ask.
She's moving, and I'm helping her move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be fun.
It's a good time.
Good. All right, so we got 3 questions for you.
Okay.
The first one is, have you heard of Andrew Tate?
I have heard of him from all of my coworkers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen videos of him?
I've seen like a little bit.
couple?
Like a couple of them, yeah.
All right.
A few.
So he was recently banned from Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, damn.
Like this weekend. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm a supporter of him, but he definitely says like clickbaity stuff. And what I have here is a list of things that he has said, and I wanted to see what people think about him. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing that he has said is, you must put in the effort to get the life that you want.
Yeah, well, that's definite. You know, whatever you put in, you get out.
Yeah.
Fully.
So you would agree with that 100%?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Me too. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Next one he says is, I wouldn't mind my girlfriend doing OnlyFans as long as I kept all the money. She's my property, so she's selling my property.
There's a lot wrong with that. There's a lot wrong. First off, I don't want people seeing my girl like, you know,
naked and on the bed,
getting banged and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Second off, if I was viewing my girl as property, I don't know. I think I'm in a worse position than before.
Yeah, so definitely against the property aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we're all our own individuals, and if we aren't we don't hold ourselves like true to that, then there's a problem.
Yeah. But you also wouldn't be happy if your girlfriend had an OnlyFans. That wouldn't.
Probably not.
That would, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What if she was making like $1 million a year off it?
You know, there's no price for of like, you know, whatever it is, morals. Morality means more. Yeah. It does. Like, I've lived my life poor forever, you know. Yeah. And like, that's fine. If one day I came into money, then I'd come into money. Yeah. But I'm not gonna sell my soul for something like that.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Another quote of his is, only dickheads and sexual predators use Siri.
I mean, like, I don't use Siri. Like the one like, Siri, show me da. Yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't know.
So it might be true.
Maybe it's like not everyone who uses Siri is a sexual predator, but sexual predators definitely use Siri.
Gotcha. Yeah. It's not like a 1-for-1, but it is related.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm with you there.
Fuck yeah.
I like the thought process, the logic. Last one is, do you know whose fault it is? This is from Andrew Tate. Do you know whose fault it is that the Taliban has reconquered Afghanistan? It's the fault of the hoes, the promiscuous women.
I mean, it's all on the fault of the hoes. You know what I'm saying?
The hoes are to blame for everything.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The downfall of America. You know what I mean? Damn. It's all good, though. But I'd be in that category, too. So yeah.
Gotcha.
I have a child out of wedlock.
You have a child?
Yeah, I have a kid. Best decision I never made. You know what I'm saying?
How old?
He's 3 years old.
3, that's awesome.
Yeah, James. He's amazing.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
He's awesome. He is. He's good. But yeah, this is like, babe, I love this type of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm happy you guys out here doing it. I do like stand-up comedy and stuff like that.
You do stand-up?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I do open mics. I just got like a first show doing it at the Waltham VFW.
Oh, there you go. How's it going?
Yeah, it's good.
Have you had like a big bomb yet?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
I do like 4 or 5 times a week. It's imperative.
Yeah.
You gotta do that. Like, sometimes I like to take the oxygen out of the room. You know what I mean?
Just really like say something kind of crossing the line, or
I'm into choking. You know what I'm saying? It's so dumb.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, brother.
Do you have a show coming up?
Yeah. It's at the Waltham VFW, September 10th.
Okay.
I got that one going on. Then there's like this whole like thing every single Wednesday at the Burn. They have like this whole comedy contest. I'm going up on the September 28th, but this one every single Wednesday. It's really fun. If you guys ever around, you should go.
Yeah, I love comedy. And I don't put you on the spot. Do you want to like give us one of your bits?
I'll say something real quick.
Yeah.
Like, last summer I saw Bigfoot, but no one wants to believe me because I was smoking crack. 2 weeks later, I was in detox because when Bigfoot says get help, you get help.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
it's true. I really saw Bigfoot in the woods. Swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
What, you want crack?
Yeah. Yeah, smoking crack with Bigfoot, put my hand on it. Oh my God. Yeah.
Is that,
yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's facts. All that's facts.
Is that the craziest like story of like a kind of a crack experience?
I once sold feet pics to a guy for crack.
Really?
Yeah, but no, like he videotaped me like in person doing it, and then he didn't even give me that much. That was the worst part. He gave me pebbles, not even real rocks. Yeah. Reggie.
And he took a video of your feet?
Yeah, so it might surface one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had me like lie on my stomach.
Yeah.
And then he jumped on the back of me and like grabbed me by the ankles and I was sucking my toes.
Oh God, you sucking.
Yeah, never seen him again. After going back 3 times.
Was this the 3rd time?
No, that was the first time.
Oh, that was the first time.
Oh,
like
yeah.
2 words.
Yeah, the 3rd time he made me step on his testicles, and that's when I was like, this is it.
So yeah, you're like, this guy's a sick motherfucker.
Yeah, then he had to drive me home.
After you stepped on his nuts?
Yeah, I felt bad. I was just like...
He was able to drive? Did he keep kind of like...
He loved it.
Yeah. Wow, that's a sick guy.
Reggie. Shout out to Reggie. you ripped me off.
Pebbles.
Yeah.
All right, so I got one more question for you.
Perfect.
What's one thing that people in America 100 years from now will look back on today and say that was completely unbelievable? For example, like within society. So like we look back 60, 70 years, there was segregation in America, and we're like, looking back on it, that's unbelievable. I can't believe that happened. What's our thing today that people 100 years from now will look back on and say the same thing? Like, that's crazy. Could be a couple, but like, what's one of them or a couple?
I mean, there's like, I think that like, as a whole, we're kind of moving forward in like life with like progression, right?
Yep.
I think that they're gonna like look back at the sensitive times and be like, what the hell's going on? Like, I actually don't know. I can't predict the future.
Yeah.
So I can't tell.
But what do you think if you had to guess? Like weird things that are happening today that are gonna be...
Oh, like, I can't believe people believed in Jesus.
Oh, you think that? You think like religion is gonna disappear?
Like in the way that they believe in them. Like, I think aliens will be coming soon. Yeah. I definitely believe in aliens.
Yeah.
And I think I think that will be happening soon. I believe that they're spiritually more evolved than us, and that's what it is. It's not like it's not like necessarily technologically advanced, like, but technologically on top of like a spiritual level. Yeah, I'm like into conspiracies and stuff like that. I think that like soon there's gonna be a lot. Like, I don't know. I'm crazy. Like, for real.
Well, some people think that aliens are here already blending.
Oh yeah, they definitely are.
Do you think that?
Absolutely. I believe in like different dimensions and different like planes of existence that like operate on higher levels of frequency and vibrations that like we can go in and out of at different times. I think that soon that will be coming to like a forefront. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Emerald Tablets of Thoth talk about the unity consciousness and like maybe unlocking of the Akashic records.
I haven't heard that.
So like Thoth, this is the Egyptian god of the Egyptian god of reckoning, Egyptian god of infinite wisdom. You know, I believe that we're all connected. I believe that we're all spiritual beings living in a physical body. You know, I think that we're all like connected on
like all cultures
level.
Are like across
everyone throughout all time.
Yeah.
We're just stuck inside of like the flesh. You know, even like in religion, we talk about being stuck with the flesh, and I think that we're beyond that. I think that we are spiritual beings. Like, our heart literally thinks, has 100 times more like neurotransmitters inside of it that create thought that our brain has, and we have like this electromagnetic force field around us that like goes out like 3 feet, and like we don't even talk about that. That's why when you give like someone a hug or you touch someone, you feel a connection. And people don't even realize that. I think that like through meditation, we really have like a new spiritual evolution ahead of us. I think that the meditation thing is like the biggest thing. In schools, they have kids meditating now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
I work with like, I'm 33, and my coworkers, a bunch of them like 21, 22, and they talk about how like they'll meditate before class now. Yeah. And it's like, it's different because that raises the consciousness of like the community, and that's like a big thing. Yeah. I think that's in 100 years, hopefully, if we keep progressing in that way, maybe we'll be looking back at like how much everyone hated each other, You know, I mean, like, I grew up with my pops, like, put his hands on me and stuff like that, and that was normal, you know?
Yeah.
Nowadays, that's not.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going to happen in the next 100 years?
So you're just saying, hopefully people will look back and say those were maybe angry people, or those were unnecessarily angry people.
Hopefully love will reign supreme in the near future, because care, compassion, appreciation, and gratitude, those are the real attributes of love.
Yeah.
And that's what our heart should generate.
Gotcha.
If maybe we can do that, everything will be different.
Yeah.
And then, you know, different things, you know, that's it.
That's great, man. Hey, that's all we got for you.
Brother,
thanks for coming back and talking to us.
Thank you. Yeah,
it's great
definitely.
to meet you.
Thank you.
And then what's your names?
I'm Alicia.
Alicia? Nice to meet you guys. Are you from Boston?
I'm not. I moved here from Minneapolis, and before that, Saudi Arabia.
Okay, nice.
I'm a Boston local.
Boston local? Mm-hmm. Nice. Are you guys dating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I guess not.
How long have you guys been not dating?
This is like our third date, I think.
It's actually our fifth.
Is it actually? Oh man, I never thought I'd be one of those guys in those videos.
Our third date was at La Muna. And then our fourth date was, where did we go last week? We went to the bridge. Oh wait, no. This is our first Gustazo, and then the Uyghur place, and then this is our fourth.
Okay.
Fourth. So you weren't too far off. 3, 4.
We're halfway.
Yeah.
Which one do you think that you didn't count as a date, but you counted as a date? Was it like the bridge walk? Maybe that's not a date. That's just kind of like getting together.
You're asking me questions that I don't know. I guess I didn't have a list of dates in my head. I just thought of how many times I've seen her.
Okay. All right. And how's it going?
Good so far.
Good so far.
I think so too.
Yeah. How'd you guys meet?
Hinge.
Yes.
Dating app.
Hinge? Nice. All right, so we got some questions, okay? The first one being, have you guys heard of Andrew Tate?
I've heard of Andrew Tate, yeah.
You've heard of Andrew Tate?
No.
No, you haven't seen him on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that?
I don't use TikTok.
You don't use it? Okay. So what do you think about Andrew Tate?
I think even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, so you think, sometimes he gets it and then most of the time he doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, I think his story is like he started this online pyramid scheme university where he gets people to promote him for free. And it's working great for him. He's all over the internet.
It's all clickbaity stuff, and we have some quotes, some things that he says. I want to see if you guys agree with what some of the things he said.
Sure.
Does that sound good?
Sure.
All right, so one of them is, you must put in the effort to get the life you want.
I agree.
Definitely.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I think this goes to your point, right? The next one we got is, I wouldn't mind my girlfriend doing OnlyFans if I kept all the money. She's my property, so she's selling my property.
I remember watching this.
What do you think about that? Do you agree with that?
I disagree.
You disagree? So she shouldn't give him all the money if the girlfriend's doing OnlyFans?
What age do we live in where a woman is a man's property?
Yeah, exactly. So you don't do OnlyFans, maybe?
I would do it, but it's my profit.
Yeah, it's your profit. It's your money.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm assuming you disagree?
I don't know if I would be okay dating someone who has OnlyFans.
But you wouldn't, okay, so maybe you don't disagree with, or agree with the statement, but you wouldn't date somebody with an OnlyFans.
That's right, yeah. I don't think a woman is a man's property, but I wouldn't know about that.
Now, if he had an OnlyFans, would you be okay with that if you found that out on the 6th date?
What are you doing on the OnlyFans? That I would inquire.
Full balls, penis, ass even, asshole. Would you be okay with that?
No.
No. Okay, that makes sense. All right, another Andrew Tate quote that we got. Only dickheads and sexual predators use Siri.
I didn't hear this one.
I disagree.
You disagree? Do you use Siri?
I kindly disagree. To be fair, in order for my parents to ask me fewer questions, I taught them, hold down that button and ask Siri.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Get Google.
And that was helpful.
Okay. That's good. What do you think about
My brother uses Siri. He's not a dickhead or a predator.
Okay. Good. All right. Next one we got for you, and I think this is the last one, is, do you know whose fault it is that the Taliban has reconquered Afghanistan? It's the fault of the hoes. So he's blaming women who are promiscuous for the Taliban invading Afghanistan. What do you guys think of that?
I can't provide my opinion on that because I'm Arab, but
yes.
I will say it's probably not the host fault.
That's probably not the whole truth there, yeah.
Don't blame the hoes.
Don't blame the host.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. All right, so it's tough for getting through those. Next one we got for you is the Orange Line is shut down for 30 days. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Or just in general traveling. Do you guys take the T?
I do. I take the red line to work.
I took it for the first time in years today.
Okay, nice. So my question is for people is, what's your craziest or weirdest T experience, like traveling on public transportation in Boston?
I saw a guy freestyle at his girlfriend.
Freestyle?
Freestyle to his girlfriend. He played some music and he freestyled to his girlfriend. It was some pretty explicit stuff too. And he was like, sorry everyone, my girlfriend likes it explicit. And he just kept freestyling to his girlfriend.
Like he was like rapping to her?
Yeah.
About her?
Yes. To her, about her. He had his phone playing a backbeat in the background.
Yeah.
It was something to see.
Do you remember any of like the content of
there were some genitals involved, like he mentioned genitals a few times.
Yeah.
He wasn't into it. It was
And you only took it for the first time today?
In years, yeah.
Does something stand out as like being weird that you saw?
Yeah, I've been, I feel like, stalked on the train before.
Really?
We had to kind of like, someone's just talking to me unwanted, and then I like move on to the next train and they're still there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you just kind of run away from them as soon as you could? How did you get out of that?
Just stick with my family and get away.
And you were with your family too?
Yeah.
That's good at least.
Yeah.
You had people there with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for the weirdos. Next thing we got for your last question, all right? Now I want you to imagine in 100 years, America's still here, let's say, right? What are people in America 100 years from now looking back on us today, America today, and saying that was like ridiculous or like unbelievable that happened? And for example, we can look back 60, 70 years and say segregation was a thing in America that's crazy and unbelievable to think about, right? That was even involved or happened. What's something 100 years from now that people are going to look back today and say that's unbelievable?
What do you think?
Dental insurance. That's just crazy.
Dental insurance.
It's $2,000 covering limit for the best dental insurance in the country.
Yeah.
Like my brother's got to get a bunch of new teeth, and it's going to cost him like maybe tens of thousands of dollars, and the insurance is going to cover $2,000 of that, but he still pays to it every month.
Wow.
I mean, there's obvious things, but that's the most, it's kind of a niche thing.
So maybe also insurance in general is something that, like dental insurance, healthcare insurance, all types of insurance are like just crazy. You pay into it every month, and then they always fight you when you finally need it to even get it. It's one of those weird things. Okay, that's a good one.
I haven't come up with something whimsical yet.
You're all about the environment.
Yeah, maybe gas cars. You think they'll look back in 100 years and say gas cars were unbelievable?
I think it'll be crazy that we're consuming animals.
Oh, okay. Are you vegan?
No, but, I try to be.
You try to be, okay. Okay, so what do you think, animals in general or just certain types like cows?
Yeah, we'll just get to the point where it's like, why are we relying on animals for our nutrition and protein when we could have a plant-based diet, which is what most of these animals we're consuming has.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense carbon emission-wise and environmentally and then ethically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what I'm living to, but I think in the future, that's what we'll get to.
So do you get the Impossible Burgers as much as you can at the restaurants?
I had the Impossible Burger last Wednesday.
Oh, okay, but now did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. So eating meat and insurance.
Yeah.
Especially dental.
Yeah.
Specifically dental. Yeah.
All right, that's all we got for you guys. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Oz.
Oz? Are you from Boston?
Nah.
No, where are you from?
Philly.
Philly? You're here visiting?
Yes.
Nice. For how long?
Just a couple days.
Couple days? What brings you here? Is it?
Bachelor party.
Bachelor party. Nice. And now there's a wedding over there. It's not involved in that wedding?
No.
Okay.
Most of it's taking place in Philly.
Okay. All right. And then when is like the bachelor party?
It's now. You see it. It's happening.
It's happening?
It's happening. We're out here. It's just like over a span of time, so it's nonstop.
Yeah. Where's everybody else?
spread across the city. Like we're about to
get together.
Yeah,
tonight?
reconnect. Yeah, we're just hitting the pause button real quick and transitioning.
So what are the plans for the bachelor party tonight?
I can't disclose those at this time.
Well, like, is it going out for dinner, or do you guys have a place?
Yeah, we'll call dinner.
Dinner?
Yeah, dinner and some drinks. Yeah.
How many guys are we talking? Like a small group or big group?
22.
That's a big group.
Yeah.
That's a big group.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get people that are like going out and get lost, and then you got people that are.
So far, so good. The record's good. We're for 2 for 2, and everybody's good. So this is the last night, so we'll see.
Good. All right. Well, I hope you have a good time.
Yeah.
Now we got some questions for you. The first one is: have you heard of Andrew Tate?
No.
You never heard of him? I just got my questions here. So Andrew Tate, he's on like social media and stuff. I don't know if you've been on there, and he's been stirring up a lot of controversy because of some things that he says, right?
Okay.
And he recently got banned from Instagram and Facebook, so he's definitely like controversial. But I want to read some of the things that he said and see if people agree with him.
Okay. I like it.
First one is: you must put in the effort to get the life you want.
Sure, I agree.
You would agree?
Sure.
Makes sense, I think, as well.
Sure.
Next one is: I wouldn't mind my girlfriend doing OnlyFans, at least if I kept all the money. She's my property and she's selling my property.
No.
Probably not.
I don't. That's not public information for me.
Would you be with?
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Would you be with a partner if they were on OnlyFans and selling like sexually explicit content?
I mean, I think that everybody has choices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't ever like to limit myself in my choices, but you know, I would hope there's just like communication and awareness. So every situation is different.
So you would maybe also consider having an OnlyFans yourself if it was going to be profitable?
I probably wouldn't do that. That's not something that I'm personally saying that I'm doing.
Yeah. All right, no, I'm just asking. That makes sense. Next one we got: only dickheads and sexual predators use Siri.
Wow. Wow, are we playing Cards Against Humanity?
That's what he.
I like this podcast. You guys got good information. I don't even know. Yeah.
Do you use Siri?
Again, I'll plead the fifth. I can't say that Siri's not listening. So whether I'm using or not, and I don't turn off Bluetooth, I mean, maybe unknowingly, I am using Siri.
Yeah. Well, look, that's just what he says. Like, for example, I use Siri all the time. I'm not a sexual predator.
Yeah.
Maybe some people would call me a dickhead, but I don't think I am.
Yeah,
So, like,
I don't use what other people call me. But that's rough talk. That's rough talk.
Last one he got, I think this is his worst one, but last one is: do you know whose fault it is that the Taliban has reconquered Afghanistan? And he says it's the fault of the hoes, the promiscuous women.
Wow. I mean, I can't see this guy's going to get a lot of support.
Yeah.
He is not looking for community support. I mean, you know, so, I mean, it seems like, you know, whatever clickbait, people want attention. You know, I think people use platforms and, you know, I think that's part of the freedom of speech that we all want to establish. So, I mean,
he's definitely
I don't think it's very tasteful. I mean, I'm not all about all those things.
You know,
it's like, to each his own. Obviously, there's probably people who agree with him and like what he says, and he has probably lovers. So
it is kind of funny to hear because it's so ridiculous. It still almost like takes you off guard. But all right, so that's all we got about him. We got 2 more quick questions. If you got time. The Orange Line shut down. You're not a commuter in Boston, because you're from Philly. But in Philly, it's called the what's it called? SEPTA. Do you have a story from being on public transportation that was just like wild? Like something that just blew your mind?
I'll say no. I mean, it's all pretty basic. I mean, I would share an adventure if I had one, but unfortunately nothing too...
It's all standard. Standard stuff. All right, that's cool. And then the last question that we have for you is, what's one thing that America as a society 100 years from now will look back on in today's world, today's America, and say like that was ridiculous or unbelievable that even happened?
Probably like 2020.
2020? Yeah. As a year?
Yeah, as a year. I think they're going to look back on that and just be like, wow, like that was quite interesting, like just how we all digested that and like what we took away from it. Like, I think it'll have like more that people understand as time goes on, but I think in the moment, you know, the bearings were a little bit out of place.
With COVID, and then there was all of the social injustice that was going on in 2020 and everything. So like
working from home, and frontline workers, and shutting down of small businesses. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know, wearing masks, getting vaccinated. Like, we could probably talk for an hour.
No, that's a great point. I think that year specifically will be like have its own chapter somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's all we got for you. Enjoy your bachelor party and enjoy Boston. All right.
I've been in instances where in classroom participation, I'll raise my hand and say, 2 + 1's 3. And everybody in class will, 3, ha, ha.